We continue the series building an Internet of Things cloud platform with Laravel, and now I want to show you the current state of the project, and don't forget the project is available on GitHub. So far I've implemented CRUD operation for the nodes. This means that in the browser you can create, edit, delete and view the details of a node. Here we have the all nodes table. You can create a node, super test 40 type RP 2040, create node create successful, and here we have the new node. Each node you can view. That means we have here the details for the node. We have the UID. You can copy this UID. We can edit the node from here or from here. For example, edit, I will say to and update node, and the node is update. We can delete the node, cancel or delete node, and the same operation you can make via API. For example, I have an endpoint for the show node, API /node/ID from the node. ID 1, I don't have it now. For example, I want to delete ID 8. I want to show ID 8, sorry. ID 8, and I have the details for the ID 8. I want to create a node. I make a post request to API /create node, and I insert a body with name, for example, stm, send, and now I have a new node with ID 60, and it works. When I want to edit the node, I make a patch request to API /node/ID from the nodes. And this example, I want to edit for the 60. And for example, I make here stm, and I send the patch request and I make the update. Now when I make a show node request with 60, I see the new name. And when I want to delete, we have get, all nodes, create node, edit node, show node, and for delete, post request, delete request, and for example, I want to delete 2, ID 2. I make delete here and API /node/2, and the node was successfully deleted. When I look in the database, the 2 is out. In file api.php, I have the routes for the CRUD operation, and in the web.php for the CRUD operation in the browser. And here is the controller, but now I will make some changes here. Also, we have an index method, create, edit, update, store, show, and destroy. In each method, you use this part if request is API and return request want JSON, request is patterns API, and we repeat these parts on each method. And I want to make a helper for this. I build the API helpers traits. That means in the app traits folder, I build this file here, and I have for now only two methods: is API request and check permission. And now in the controller we can use API helpers, and now we check the permission, and we check the is API request or not, and use in each method where we need this API helpers, and it works the same. We don't see any issue or problems. We can test the for example the permission. I go in the view, I go to the settings, to the API, and for example for the user I will check out all the permission. I will click save, and now when I test via API I got missing permission read for example for the fetch nodes, for the show node 2, and but we can make now for example only for the read. Click save, and get show node here, missing permission update. I think I can make update 2 here, save, and now it works for the delete. For example, I want to delete to 5, send. I don't have a 5 ID, but we can show here 5. I don't have 5. I will try with 6. 6, but I don't have permission for delete. I go, I will make delete permission 2, and now I can delete. The node was successful delete. Okay, but you can make the permission as you want in each method. Maybe later I will back here and I will make some changes. And for the create node via API, we have this method, and here I build some validation. That's mean when you create a node post here, and you don't have for example a title, I don't have permission to create. Okay, I will make the permission for create too, but now we get an error about validation. The name field is required. That means we have validation via API too. Now I will generate the documentation for the API with PHP artisan scribe generate, and we have an error here. I make a PHP artisan optimize, and now I can generate the documentation. Okay, route clear, sorry. And now it works. That means now in the backend We have the API documentation. We have the get API user, get API nodes, post API create node, API node slash ID. Perfect for that's is a get request, patch request for update, and delete too. It works perfect.